Welcome to Ground and Flow class for Tuesday, January the 25th, 2022. As you can see, I'm not standing up. We're going to be doing some root chakra work today. A lot of good stretching to help ground us before we do a little bit of dance and movement. So I called my classes Ground and Flow and Activate because I'm a Reiki practitioner and I love working with the chakras, and I think that it's an important part of encouraging physical health is by being aware of that chakra energy. So we're gonna really take some time to take care of our root chakras using physical stretches before we do some dancing today. So go ahead and grab a yoga mat or something that you can put down on the ground that you can sit on and lie on that's comfortable for you to stretch on. Let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is open a bit of a meditation space for us. So I want you to just get comfortable. There's no specific way you need to be sitting right now. This is how I am most comfortable. So the point is that you're sitting in a way that helps you feel supported and safe. So the root chakra is also called muladhara in Sanskrit, FYI. And it's called the root chakra because it is our root. It grounds us like the roots of a tree. It connects us to the earth. And when it's not in great health, we can experience things like anxiety, vertigo, right? You're dizzy, you're in your head, like you feel like you're not standing on solid ground. It can also look like having trouble focusing, which is sort of very similar to me, like metaphysically speaking, to disorganization, right? Because it's like you've just got all this chaotic energy up here in your head and you're having a hard time being present in your body, and being grounded means to be present in your body. So basically, this is this is metaphysical healing for anxiety, what we're doing today. Because when you feel grounded and when you know that you are safe and supported, you do not feel anxious, right? It's like the two are mutually exclusive. Other signs that your root chakra is out of balance are that you're in a state of fear, that you're like restless, you're physically agitated, you have a lack of stamina, you don't have a lot of energy to keep going. It can also look like on the opposite end, when you have an overactive root chakra, it can look like anger issues, greediness, right? There's not going to be enough toilet paper for everyone. I better buy all of them for myself. Just to, make it relevant. Being dependent on other people in order to have a sense of security and knowing that everything is going to be okay. So, of course, like all of these things are on a spectrum, right? I'm not speaking in absolutes, and everyone's experience is unique. I'm here to share the information and share the wisdom. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, take it or leave it, whatever. Anyways, being dependent on other people for security. Of course, we are social animals, and we feel better when we have other people around us supporting us, but it's an issue if we are unable to access a sense of security without the help of others. That means that we need to work more on developing our internal sense of security. Having very rigid boundaries, being very inflexible, is another sign of an out of balance root chakra, as well as having trouble accepting change. Same idea, right? Being very rigid and inflexible. So if any of those things resonated with you, welcome to the club. And we're here to take care of that. So just like adjust yourself, get comfortable, sit in a way that makes you feel connected to the earth. For some people, maybe it's like sitting back on their hands with their feet up. If you want to lie down, you can go ahead and do that, whatever is comfortable. I want you to start taking some slow, deep breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. As your body begins to relax, become more aware as you inhale and exhale of sending that air to your stomach and feeling your stomach expand with every inhalation and contract or draw in with every exhalation, pushing the air out of your lungs. This is a more relaxed state of breathing. When we're in a very activated hyper mode, we breathe more with our chest and more shallow. And that is, that's a stress response. It's not, it's, what's it called? Fight or flight. It is breathing shallowly with our chest is a sign of stress, a sign that we're getting ready to fight or flee. Breathing slowly with our stomach and our diaphragm is more of a rest and digest mode. And that's our vibe for today. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So I want you to become aware, as you continue breathing in this way, of a glowing red ball at the base of your spine. Maybe it's spinning, maybe it's shining, maybe it's sparkling. Maybe it's having a little bit of trouble and needs help. Maybe it's like spinning at an insane speed and it needs to slow down. So I'm going to set the intention for all of us here that whatever healing your root chakra is in need of today, if you choose to accept that healing energy, it will be received. Every time you inhale, imagine that you're sending life force energy and healing light to this red ball. When our root chakra is properly aligned, we have a sense of freedom and confidence about us. We feel safe, we feel supported, and we feel seen. You know that expression, fake it till you make it? I want you now to think about how it feels in your body to be free. Call on a memory of a time when you were feeling very free, very confident, when you knew that you were supported in your endeavors and that people saw you for who you are and that you felt safe in that. Call on this memory and call on how it made you feel. Bring that feeling into this present moment and send it to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, to your muladhara. This type of meditative work is one aspect of spiritual healing. It's kind of this, I don't know why the word game is coming to my mind, because it's not something that we need to take like too seriously. It's not something that you sit down and you're like, I gotta do my homework. It's more like, it's all up to us. It's up to us every step that we take on our personal journey, and we are always welcome to stay where we're at too if we're not comfortable to move ahead with things that are offered to us. So again, everything I say, don't feel like it's, what's that word? it's not like the world that I live in and this like divine feminine center that I am building is based on femininity. And what that means is like it's relative. I am not in this moment, in this conversation right now, I am not speaking in absolutes. We're being abstract. So what I'm trying to express is that when you call on memories of, in our example today, feeling free, confident, safe, supported, and seen, when you call on those memories and you bring that emotional experience to your body, it impacts your body physically, because it causes, if you focus on it for long enough and with intention, it can cause positive changes in your physiological parameters, like your heart rate and your respiratory rate, your body temperature, things like that. But it can also affect, if you do it frequently enough, things like your neurochemistry. And I explain more things like that in our health webinars if you want to know more about those things. So yeah, so this is why I asked you to call on a memory of feeling free and confident. Remind your root chakra what it felt like when you were in that moment, and know that more of those moments are possible in spite of any rigidity, fear, anxiety, low confidence, materialism that you might be experiencing right now that you want to move away from. Let's just take a couple more breaths here, because I've been talking for a couple minutes, to focus on calling that feeling to our root chakra. Good. So for our warm-up today, we're going to do some root chakra stretches. So I'm going to invite you to, if you're sitting cross-legged, to open your legs. If you're lying down, take your time, sit up, grab a sip of water if you'd like. I'll meet you here in a minute. Hit pause. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is open your legs into a V as wide as they'll go. Put your hands on the floor in front of you and lean forward. Of course, always remembering to breathe. We're still open energetically and working with our root chakras, FYI. So keep imagining that red ball at the base of your spine and see how, if anything changes, releases, if any thoughts or memories or sensations come up while you're doing these stretches with this awareness in your root chakra. Keep breathing. Try to reach a little further if you can. You can also put your hands on your calves or reach for your toes. Good, and when you're ready, come up. Great, okay. Bring your legs together. The next thing we're gonna do is lie down on our backs. I'm gonna put my right leg flat on the ground, and I'm gonna lift my left leg straight up in the air. My foot is flexed, so it's facing, the bottom of my foot is facing the ceiling. It's parallel with the ceiling. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my leg behind my thigh and pull my leg towards me. I'm trying to straighten my leg and flex my left foot at the same time. release. Slowly bring that left leg down. Good. Give your legs a little shake. Bring your feet so they're flat on the floor. Swing your hips around a little bit. Just to release on the left side after that stretch. And now put your legs flat on the ground again. I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to lift my right leg straight up in the air. My foot is flexed. The bottom of my foot is looking at the ceiling of the room. And I grab my leg behind my thigh. Good. And slowly release. I'm going to do that little windshield wiper thing again with my knees just to release my right hip. Good. Keep your feet where they are, flat on the floor. Tucking my tailbone just for my own comfort because that's how my body is. So the next thing we're going to do is pick up your left foot, cross your left leg over your right thigh. So I'm making sure that my left knee is past, my left ankle is past my right knee. So that I'm not like pushing my ankle right into my knee. I'm a little bit more kind of like closed than that, my legs. So it's like when I sit up and look, I see like a triangle in front of me created by my legs. So I'm going to thread my left arm through that cute little hole, grab my right leg behind my right thigh, and pull towards me. My left foot is flexed. Wow, my root chakra really likes this one. Keep breathing. Try to go a little deeper for our last 10 seconds. Good. And release. Put my right ankle back on the ground, my right foot, and uncross my legs. Good. Extend your legs for a minute. Give your thighs a little shake. Good. Come back to our position. Bring your feet towards your hips with your knees bent. Picking up my right leg, crossing it over my left, making sure that my right ankle is not right up against my left knee. Thread your arms through the hole. Grab your left thigh. Pull towards you. Flex that foot for a more intense stretch. Good. And release. I love stretching. I could just like lie around and stretch all day. It feels so good. Good. Release your legs, give them a little shake. Okay, so I'm lying flat on my back. I put my feet the way they were for our most recent stretch. Instead of crossing my legs, I'm going to open my arms to make a T shape with my body. And I'm just going to let my hips fall to the right, and I'm going to look to the left. Really breathe into your side body and your spine here. This is such a delicious stretch. Good. One last deep exhale. Bring your knees back to center. Take a breath here, realign yourself. And let your knees fall over to the left. You can drop your head and gaze towards your right hand. Good. One last big inhale. Deep cleansing exhale here. Bring your knees back to center. Pull them in. Give yourself a little hug. Give your lower back a little massage. Roll around here a bit. Good. And when you're ready, I will meet you at the top of your mat. What I want you to do is extend your right leg and keep your left leg the way it would be if you were sitting cross-legged. You're going to fold over that right leg, reaching for that right foot. Whether you can touch it or not doesn't matter. The point is that we're stretching our lower back and our hamstrings. Good, and breathe into it. What I try to do when I'm doing this stretch is I find that I kind of, my body gets lazy and my spine wants to twist. So I try to make sure when I'm doing this stretch, when I'm leaning forward, that my upper body is aligned, my shoulders are aligned with my hips and my legs. So instead of falling open like this, I'm really making sure that I'm engaging that right side, my right shoulders, and making sure that my body isn't twisting, but it's aligning with the direction that my right hip wants me to go in. Good. Good. Come up. Now I want you to take your left arm, bring it up over your head, and lean to the side to get a nice stretch in your obliques here. This time I do want you to open up to the left side of your body. Keep your chin up and that arm extended, left arm. And my right arm is kind of helping me balance and creating some resistance by resting here on my right leg. Good, see if you can go any further, just a little bit, whatever feels right for you. We'll do a little stretch in the center before we go to the other side. Feet straight out in front of me, fold forward. Rest your hands on your thighs, on your calves, grab your ankles, grab your toes. Wherever they comfortably land is what's right for you today. Don't forget to breathe. Awesome. Let's do the other side. So now my left leg is opening to the front left corner of the room, and my right leg is tucked in. My right foot is gently touching my left thigh. So first, I'm going to fold over my left leg. I'm working on aligning my upper body with my thigh. I'm kind of not allowing myself to twist like this, but I am working on my shoulders to keep them straight and keep my chest open as I fold forward in the stretch. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Push it a little further if you can. Awesome. And come up. Now my right arm is going to swoop up, and I am opening up to the left side as I fold forward. I'm really trying to open up to the right side. I'm really trying to open up my obliques on my right side. I want my shoulders to be nice and open, my chest open, my chin up, and my arm extended. Good. I don't know about you, but my hips feel amazing right now. So we're going to do, if you took last week's class on January the 18th, we're going to do like a same but different. I taught about 30 seconds of a simple choreography, and I wanted to keep working with that, but I'm just going to change some of the steps. So what you're going to do is, P.S., everything, when I say right, I'm moving with my right, and you're going to see me doing the same thing as you, like as in meaning I'm going to mirror you. So when I say right, I'm going to move to the right, and I'm also going to be moving to your right. So don't try to do the opposite of me. Do the same as me. Okay? So picking up my right foot, I'm stepping forward with it, and I'm kind of keeping it like in line with my center. I'm not like way over here. I'm not way over to the left. So I'm taking a step forward, and then I shift my weight onto my left. I lean to the left. I come back to center, and we're going to do a little omi, an African roll, a hip roll. That's what we call them in belly dance, and I will break that down for you. So I was talking about the footwork here. Step. What we did last week was step, lean, come back to center. What we're going to do today is step with my right foot. I'm going to stick out my left. I'm going to use my inner core muscles and my thigh muscle to lift my hip up and down. Then I bring my feet together, and we're going to do an omi counterclockwise from my right hip, starting on my right, going around to the left, and then drawing a complete 360-degree circle and finishing when I get back to the right. So our basic movements in the omi: a pelvic tilt, release, tilt, release. This muscle is like at the center. Our lower core is really like what belly dance is all centered around. So it's important that we warm up this muscle and that it is always engaged. Good. So that's hitting the front and hitting the back of our little hip roll, our little circle. The other aspects of it are straightening my right leg and sending my right hip up, straightening my left leg and sending that hip up in the air. Obviously, because our hips are connected, when one goes up, the other one goes down. Straighten my right, blah, blah, blah. Straighten my right, straighten my left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Good. Let's put the circle together. We're going to keep going counterclockwise, the way that we were just practicing. So you're going to start with a pelvic engagement to bring your hips forward. Then you're going to straighten your left leg. You're going to release. You're going to straighten your right leg. And you're going to engage that pelvis again. Engage left. Release that pelvic engagement back and right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front, left, back, right. Front, left, back, right. Front, left, back, right. Last one. Stop where you are. Change directions. How do we do that? We're going to start on the left is what we're going to do. Okay? So I'm in my mind. The circle is now going counterclockwise. We're still starting with a pelvic engagement. Then I'm going to straighten my right leg instead of my left. Then I go back, left, front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, shake out your legs. Good. So, step on my right. I'm going here. Last week we transferred our weight all the way, and we were like, hey, when you transfer your weight all the way, and with the way the music is going, it doesn't give us a lot of time to do any accents. So what we're going to do this week is when I extend my left leg, I'm going to use that core to bring my left hip up and down. So this, when I was just explaining the right and left of our African roll, what it is that when we're working in like with my feet hip width or closer together, there's a lot of work going on with my thighs and my knees. My knees are really moving a lot because our hips are, especially mine, like a pretty small space to move around in. So that your knees are going to move because they're connected to our thighs. My knees are not driving the movement. If my knees were driving the movement, you would see them moving a lot more. They're moving. When I said straighten your right leg so that your right hip goes up, like your knee is attached to everything, so your knees are bending and straightening as we do this movement. But that doesn't mean that bending and straightening my knees drive the movement. And then this little side position really highlights that. So I want you to put all of your weight on your right foot and extend your left leg. Just like wherever it comfortably lands, if you put your weight on your right and point your left foot. It's not like way over there. That's going to throw me off balance. I'm balanced on my right and I open my left leg. That's it. Now I'm going to use my core that we were just working. I'm going to use my thigh to pull my left hip up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Try the other side. Stepping on my left foot now. I'm extending my right. My weight is on my left foot entirely. I would say that my right foot is like 10% of my weight. Obviously, when I touch my toe to the ground, a little bit of weight is there, but I'm mostly being supported by my left leg. I'm going to engage my core and use my thigh to bring my right hip now up, down, 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 up, down. Good. Shake it up. Papa, papa, papa. This dance is so much fun. I love it. This dance in general. Egyptian dance. So, what are we doing? Step on your right, point your left, engage those muscles, up, down, together. We're going to do our counterclockwise hip roll. Engage, left, back, right, front. Release. Now I'm going to step on my left, point my right foot up, down, bring my feet together. Now we're drawing a circle clockwise. Engage, right, back, left. Na 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 na. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Bum 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 bum. Next, we're just going to do some nice shoulder rolls. Da 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 da. And then a body wave. Bring your arms up above your head. Na 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 na. That's it. That's all we're doing today. Let's practice that. Try it with our music. Okay, here we go. Step on your right, up, down. Omi. Good. Roll your shoulders. Wave. Okay, let's try it again. Obviously, I explained it at a slower pace. So if you're ready to go with the music on time, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, up, down, feet together. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try it again with the music. Shoulder rolls. Let's review shoulder rolls just for the sake of working it and making sure that we're doing it properly. So pick up your shoulders, squeeze them to your ears, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Pull them back and let them drop. This is a nice place to allow our shoulders to rest, and this is kind of where they're supposed to be relative to our terrible posture. We are trying to do away with that. This is toxic masculinity. This is healed feminine. That's my branding. That's because, like, what is this? I'm stressed out. I spend too many hours on my computer. I feel, you know, when people hunch over like that, it's also a sign of grief because they're protecting their heart, right? When my posture is good, my shoulders are back and my chest is open, my body language is communicating that I feel happy, I feel proud, I'm ready to do things. This is just so gross. Can't even. Okay. That's better. That's a much better way to type. I'm such a happy worker. Okay. Anyways. So, roll your shoulders back. Good. Roll them forward. Awesome. Look to the right. And look to the left. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look up. And look down. Up. And down. Good. Shoulder rolls, one at a time. Good. I'm going backwards right now, front to back with my shoulders. Picking my arms up a little bit. Good. If you want a really good workout and you want to try snake arms, it starts with a shoulder roll. So bring your hands up to shoulder level. Every time I roll my shoulder, I'm allowing my elbows and my wrists to follow the movement, because if I wanted to just like move my shoulders up and down, then I could do that. And if I didn't want to do anything else with my arms and I wanted to be like really small about it, I could just keep my hands close to my body. That completely changes if I extend my arms. If you roll your shoulder like what's naturally going to happen? Like I said with the knees, our body parts, our joints are all attached to each other. So when one moves, the others are going to move in response if they want to, if they're going to follow the movement and come back to zero. So my shoulder goes up, my elbow goes up, my wrist goes up, and then my shoulder comes down, my elbow comes down, my wrist comes down. And when I say up and down, that's obviously relative to like this little space that I am moving my shoulders in. I don't mean like this much up and down, just to the top and the bottom of the boundaries that we're working in right now. So it's a shoulder roll, shoulder, elbow, wrist, shoulder, elbow, wrist. And then you just go with it. Good. Okay, shake it out. Whoo! My shoulders are burning. Exhale. Good. So that's snake arms, FYI. So we do, because we don't have a lot of time to move around with this music. Actually we do, but I prefer this look. Let's try both. You know what? We're having fun here. Let's try one and then the other. We're gonna do, the first time we do this, we're gonna do shoulder rolls closer to our body, and the second time we do it, let's try snake arms. Just for fun, right? Because why not? Step right, hip left, roll. Step, hip, roll.
كل حروفي وكلامي يا حبيبي ما تكفيك دل كيف وعلمني.
So I wanted to put shoulder rolls there because I thought it looked really cute. Let's see how it looks with snake arms this time. Step on the right, left, roll.
كل حروفي وكلامي يا حبيبي ما تكفيك.
I mean, I like both. Honestly, I do. I like both. So that's all the dancing for today. I really wanted today to be more about grounding and our root chakras, and we'll do a little bit more on the dance next time. Let's do a tiny cool down. Inhale, arms up, look up. Take a nice extra stretch here at the top. Exhale, open your stance. Fold forward to the center. Good. Release that lower back. Let your upper body hang. Swing around a little bit if you want. Bend your knees into a squat and straighten them. Down, up, down, up, down, and up. Good. Now you're going to very slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Feeling your core engaged as you come up. Good. Bring your feet together. Extend your right leg straight. We're just going to do a little hamstring stretch some more and fold forward over your right leg. Good. Breathe. Good. Come up, bring your feet together. Extend your left leg. Your toes are pointing up, your heel is on the ground. Fold forward over that left leg. Reach for your right foot and breathe. Good. Come up. Bring your feet together. Roll your right ankle clockwise, counterclockwise. Good. Give that right leg a shake. Left ankle rolls clockwise, counterclockwise. Good. Give that leg a shake. Let's do some wrist circles by our hips. Good. Can you hear my wrists cracking? I can. Change directions. Good. Shake it out. Shake your whole body out. I hope that you enjoyed that class. Let me know your thoughts. Have a wonderful, amazing, grounded day.